Jeff, you love PlayStation Move games.
That's pretty much all I do in my free time. Is,
On your gravestone will just be loved to move.
He loved to move. Yeah.
Could be taken in all sorts of ways. This is the...
Well, it'll have like a little registered thing, and move will be capital M. So hopefully people will understand at that point.
Make sure you have a Bluetooth sync set up on your gravestone. I'm sure
he loved
technology
high-quality mode on all his voice chat peripherals.
This is Datura, which is the new game from Plastic, which is... I guess those guys got started in the demo scene, as they call it.
European weirdos cramming shit into 64K.
And they put out one that clearly was not
mods,
64.
Bunch of meds, S3Ms.
Like that stuff you would release for like other game, like Quake Engine stuff. You would download that. I remember downloading like demos for. And so they released one called Linger in Shadows. I think is the one that was that came out.
These are the Linger in Shadows guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Linger in Shadows
makes a lot more sense.
Right. Linger in Shadows didn't have a whole lot of, let's say, interactivity.
Yes.
But it kind of, the camera floated around. There were things you could do, but largely it was sort of.
And it had trophies. It was like a really.
I think that was around the time, like, Sony has been in a really interesting way embraced a lot of sort of art, I guess more artsy style games.
Yeah.
But they also have come into this weird conflict where all those games kind of had trophies. Datura is a more. I don't want to say traditional, but it makes a little more sense. Why it would have trophies and things like that. So I'm playing with the PlayStation Move, but you do not have to. You don't have to do that. But I think it makes the game a little more interesting. So.
I mean, there's haven't been a ton of Move games.
No.
Lately, so that's.
Or just period.
I think I figured out why you're in the hospital. Disembodied hand, itis. Ooh, you trying to...
I don't know why you would want to do this. This seems irresponsible. I don't think that lady approves.
Just trying to get some better drugs, like take the sensors off, make her think you're dead.
Oh!
Oh, jeez.
I think when I was talking to the producer at GDC, originally there was an entire hand, but the way you have to move it around, the hand would keep stretching, and so when they had an entire arm, there was just no way to model it where it didn't look completely creepy. So when they had to choose which was less creepy, the disembodied hand won out.
Less creepy. Okay, well.
As far as I've played, this game takes place mostly in a forest, but I am sure there is other stuff.
It really seems to want you to hold the X button and rotate the motion controller to turn in place.
Tutorial. So because you can kind of move around, especially if you're using the move controller, they've implemented this triangle will sort of localize you on things that are interesting, or if you're near stuff that you can interact with, rather than trying to finagle with the move controller to get it exactly where you need it. You just get close to it.
Like throwing gang signs there. Yeah, what's up?
Oh.
Ah!
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, hand. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away.
I don't think it was...
It's like the porn version of Smash Brothers.
Yeah, the most. So this is what we can expect from the Wii U version of Smash Brothers. Highly detailed, creepy hands. Sakurai's really going off the deep end on this one. You see it glows in the corner when you can interact. To gain some spiritual knowledge.
I want to gain as much spiritual knowledge of the forest as I can. Tree. All right, done.
Ooh, there we go. So I'm curious how this works when you have a controller.
I bet it's easier to see the map.
My guess is that what you end up you can kind of see because it's kind of janky as I'm moving this all around.
Well, yeah.
With the move controller, you can control depth. My guess is with a DualShock or 6-axis that the depth is handled automatically. You are only interacting with the things that are kind of in front of you.
Right.
Whereas with this, it's like you pull up the map and you're kind of like, oh, all right, well, you kind of have to put the move close to your face so you can kind of see. Oh, they really let you go.
Yeah.
Real close on that. All right, I won't put that away. Break this lock.
Snap that stupid thing. And break the pen.
That seems like the more likely scenario. But hey, we might be in the afterlife.
Okay.
So the game sort of opens up here. This is
like open the gate and I was like, all right, now do whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you've got that map, and the finding different white trees fills out the map. Kind of gives you indicators on. So as you explore the forest, you find these different like story vignettes, and the forest can the trees can give you an indication of whether you've missed some of them before you move on to the next area.
Yeah, caress that tree. Good tree.
Move control. They should make you do like really terrible, crude map drawings. Oh. So now the map has been expanded a little bit.
All right.
All right. Let's go see what that pig is up to.
What pig?
That pig.
Oh.
That pig. Maybe we can do what any person would do when they see a pig. Grab some potatoes.
Yeah, that's. They kind of put the butterfly, like the bugs around areas you can interact with.
It seems that they kind of are constantly giving you visual indicators of what you can do. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Take it, pig.
That seemed real mean. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
really not sure why I had to do that. Could have just gone over and talked to the pig.
Hey man, what's the first thing you did when you were in the afterlife? Well, I threw some potatoes at this pig, and touched a bunch of trees, you know. What anyone would do.
I'm gonna follow this pig. My guess is he's up to something. As any pig in the afterlife.
8 hours of staring at pig ass. Datura.
Well, they know that everyone else has already cornered the market on horse ass.
Yeah.
So, the art games have to go for something a little bit different. Come on, pig, turn around. Oh. Chase you around. Make you go to your home. There you go.
So can you move any faster than this?
Yeah, there is a run. That is the equivalent of the run right now.
Oh.
Yeah, the fact that you move so slow can be a little frustrating sometimes if you don't really know.
I guess the whole point of the thing is to be looking at the environment and going, oh man, look at this.
I think I need to direct him towards it. Maybe that's why he's going in circles. Okay. All right, yeah, go the other way. There you go. Ha! So you see now you have an indication that, oh, there's something I can interact with.
Right.
So that means you have to kind of get closer and figure out, all right, what is the thing I'm interacting with? Now it glows. I'm gonna go in there.
Why would you do this?
I don't know. This all seems like poor decisions in the afterlife.
Yeah. This is not what any of the books said it would be like.
Robin Williams told me the afterlife is gonna be way different than this. It's gonna be colors everywhere. I'm gonna drive this car.
Yeah. Get loose.
I wonder if there's... Play some jams. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit that gas pedal.
Woo!
Reckless.
You are wasted.
I'm in the afterlife. Doesn't matter if I'm wasted anymore. I've already made my choice.
I think Night Driver for the 2600 gave you a better sense of the road ahead.
Oh.
Yeah!
Ah!
Oh!
I thought I was gonna hit that pig! For the record, I was trying to hit the pig.
Wow. That pig dropped feathers.
It seems like a lot of the sort of vignettes set up these kind of different moralistic choices. I don't have a good understanding of whether that has some sort of significant impact on how the rest of this plays out, but
Right.
it seems all of them involve a pretty clear good or bad choice. So
Either you run over the pig or you don't.
I'll show you an example.
All right. It, you know, looks all right.
It's a pretty
good.
game. You know,
Yeah.
it's definitely something different. Kind of falls in line with the sort of games that come out of Sony Santa Monica. They seem to sort of it didn't come out of there, but Sony Santa Monica seems to oversee a lot of this stuff.
Right,
Work pretty
right.
closely with those studios that produce this stuff. And yeah, I mean, when you commission stuff like this, not all of it's going to be a journey, but this is definitely going for a totally different kind of feel, I think.
Yeah. There's certainly room for
And again, you put in the context of the
Stuff like
guys who
this.
made Linger
Lingering Shadows.
Linger
yeah,
Shadows,
yeah.
that
Makes
this
a whole
suddenly
lot
makes a lot more
sense.
sense. All right, well, I can't do anything with that yet.
I am surprised that Sony is working with the guys that Linger in Shadows again. They're like,
Yes.
yeah, we want more of that, but you know, why don't we take it to the next level? It's like, all right.
Well, I think Sony has sort of rightly recognized that Microsoft's kind of coasting
Oh, for
on,
sure.
on a lot of
Yeah.
their release. There we go. And I think it makes a lot of sense for Sony to just start courting the independents and the indies. And you can't imagine stuff like this costs them a whole lot of money.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh.
Is this the moral decision? It's like, are you going to throw good or not? And you're picking not.
Yeah, this is not... I guess this is a lot more fun with a... Come on, knock over all of them. There we go. Some of that stuff, you don't get a good sense of what you are aiming at. But it's...
Yeah.
Again, it's not exactly time sensitive.
Get the bugs off me, man! Get the bugs off me!
That sounds like Mercer. Oh. Oh. Fuck you, duck. God damn it. Oh! I'm gonna shoot these guys.
Oh,
See, I can shoot stuff. There. Sure.
Shoot it. No.
Cool.
Any sense of how much there is to this? Like how many of these different?
No.
I mean,
I played probably about like half an hour, 40 minutes of it GDC because I know the producer in the game, and that he seemed to say that represented about 40%, 50% of the game. So
Okay.
I'm guessing 2 or 3 hours. Align the controller with the handle. What? What? The one thing I will say about it, I do appreciate these TVs are kind of dark, so the move stuff is kind of preset motion, so it's not as weird as like trying to do all these complex like freewheeling hand movements. It's like line it up and then just move it down.
right. Oh yeah.
Maybe I'm in a limo.
No, you're cuffed.
Oh, come on, man. What else am I gonna do in here except tap your shoulder?
Hey man. What? Come on. No.
What are you saying? I'm being annoying? Oh,
Ah!
yeah, that's the pig. Pig came to our rescue.
That time the pig got hit.
Whoa. All right. Okay, we got some hands. Assume that's the guard.
Yeah.
Chained to me. That looks like my hand.
Okay.
What do we got here? Oh. Well, that looks like a handsaw.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab that handsaw.
Grab that and cut the chain and go.
Oh, it doesn't appear. Oh, wait. So I have 2 choices. I can cut my hand,
Uh-huh.
or I can cut that guy's hand.
Oh, is it your hand or is it the chain?
Oh, okay. I guess I can cut his hand, or I can cut the chain. I'm gonna cut his hand.
Oh, Jesus. Why would you... Now you're gonna escape chained to a hand. That's not...
Oh, my hand's gone. I like that he looks at that hand like, oh, it's all intact, but like
weren't even-
contextually removed from the fact that the right hand, you know, is just free floating.
Well, when you're having a near-death experience, it's, you know, hard to determine fantasy from reality a lot of times.
Had a lot of trips down that road.
Non-stop.
So I mean, I could show more of these, but they're all kind of similar to this. Or you're kind of exploring the environment. You're having these sort of like weird, trippy experiences that end in sort of moral dilemmas. I mean, I don't really find them to be moral dilemmas as much as
You can do a good thing, or
the first time you play, you're gonna do all the good stuff. The second time you play, you're gonna do all the bad stuff. I have to imagine maybe that's reflected in the ending or the environment and some sort of outcome at the end, but there's certainly not a lot of gray area going on with it that I can tell.
Yeah, well, that's probably don't want to. Well, let's okay. Now I want to know what happens here.
I'm gonna clean my hands.
Your hands will never be clean again after what you've done.
Actually, you get a trophy for clean hands. You can come over here and wash your hands. I thought it was pretty clever. But yeah, that is Datura. It's $10 on PSN right now. Kind of got to know what you're getting into with something like this.
Yeah.
But again, the Linger of Shadows thing. If you thought that was neat, you're probably gonna find this to be at the very least interesting. is certainly not a traditional game in any sense. But,
Yeah.
it's trying to do some interesting things. I think it's got 3D too, but I was reading some reports that it's not that good.
Nah.
But it's trying to do some interesting things with Move, and yeah, there are probably worse distractions and worse things to do than support weird sort of stuff like this with your money. So I'm curious
Keep
to see where this
PlayStation
goes.
weird.
Yeah, that would be a good motto for Kasserai, Jack trying to come out. We're getting weird in 2020,
right.
guys. Here's our lineup of weird. All right, Jeff. Well, thanks for exploring the forest and the afterlife with me, and helping me cut a dude's hand off.
Yeah.